If you're unprepared, the world of Fortnite can be an awfully scary place, and you'd just be a bad Boy Scout. There are times where you'll be put in a situation with no idea what to do. Like most players, your fight or flight response will kick in, and you'll decide to run for your life instead of engage in a gunfight. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the gamer, and ring that bell to become part of our notification squad so you never miss a video. So if you see any of these things in Fortnite, run away! Trail of loot. When we see floor loot in Fortnite, our natural instinct is to check it out and see if it's worth picking up. I wonder. Most times we can tell if it's worth chasing after by its color. It's pretty simple stuff that almost every Fortnite player does. YouTuber John Smith was playing with some buddies when he decided to take advantage of the natural instincts of Fortnite players by setting up a trap consisting of, you guessed it, a trail of loot. Oh, that's just evil. The squad set up grenades and bandages, all leading to a wooden hut with a nice shiny chug jug. Now this screams sketchy from a mile away because, for starters, there's an obvious trail of loot, and secondly, the wooden hut is clearly a player-created structure, so you should know there's a trap inside of it. These two players, who we know are absolute noobs since they're disguised as bushes, came running up to the hut, and one got taken out by a trap before they were screwed by John Smith's squad. We just don't get it. How could these two players have not found this to be even one bit suspicious? To those of you watching at home, don't be like these guys. If it looks suspicious, it is suspicious. You don't want to find yourself on a top Fortnite fails video, just like this one. So run away if you see this trap. John Wick. Fortnite skins are what sets your player apart from others. You can create your own unique look so when people see your character in battle, they know who it is. For example, Myth always uses the same Skull Trooper skin each and every game. It's his thing, baby. It's called fashion, look it up. It all started with the OG Renegade Raider skin, and now there are so many different skins to choose from that we just throw our money at all of them. You're welcome, Epic! One of the most popular skins among players is the Reaper skin, also known as the John Wick skin, because, well, it looks exactly like the gun fu badass from the movie franchise of the same name. It was the Season 3 Tier 100 reward, and most players who use this skin have earned it. They're immensely talented players who want the skin to live up to its John Wick nickname. Just look at this gameplay from YouTuber iTempPlays using the skin. Simply using the John Wick skin improves his confidence and allows him to play better. He picks his shots and racks up 11 kills on his way to a victory royale. If you come across anyone using the John Wick skin, then you know they mean business. So you should run for your life before he takes it from you. Like he did Theon Greyjoy. He was in that movie, right? Right? The Red C4 Light. When C4 first came to Fortnite, players were excited as always. Well, anytime something new is added to the game, it's worth getting excited about, but still, C4 was something different. It was a throwable explosive that could stick to surfaces and detonate whenever we wanted. The thing was, it was completely OP. There was a time when the flashing red light of a piece of C4 would give players panic attacks. One single piece of C4 could blow up entire structures and take out players in the process. The issue with C4 wasn't its effectiveness at destroying structures, but its high damage. It was as strong as a grenade. YouTuber I Am Wildcat, all caps, shows us just how devastating C4 can be when used correctly. He can even set up a C4 trap at one point by dropping some loot in a bush along with the explosives. Once a player walked into the bush, he got blown to smithereens. It's safe to say these players will be having nightmares about the red light emitted from these explosives. Nowadays, C4 might not be able to take players out in one blast, but it's just as effective at blowing up walls like it was in the past. The mere sight of C4 can give players PTSD, making them run for the hills at the sight of the explosives. Rocket Rider. The rocket launcher is easily one of the strongest weapons in the game. Whether you're playing a game of solo, duos, or squads, when you have a rocket launcher, the odds of winning are tilted in your favor. Things are taken up a notch when you encounter a rocket rider. What's a rocket rider, you may ask? Well, it's exactly that. Early on in Fortnite, players discovered that if you were on the same team, you could send one of your teammates flying through the air on a rocket. This involves them hanging on the edge of a structure and walking onto the rocket as it passes by, or jumping in the air and timing it to land on the rocket. One of the first players to do this was Sacriel42. Known as the OG Rocket Rider, Sacriel not only rode the rocket, but got some incredible kills in the process. He nailed one player with a sniper shot as he was in the air, and took out another player with an AR before landing on the mountaintop. Well done. Yep, slow clap. That's impressive. Dr. Lupo also had an incredible rocket ride when playing with Ninja, but he didn't get any of the mid-air kills. He surprised the duo and earned a victory royale instead. If you ever see a rocket rider coming towards you, you better get the hell out of there. Damage trap. The damage trap is one of the silent killers in Fortnite. You won't hear it coming until it's too late. If you ever watch players on YouTube or Twitch and wonder why they check out the ceiling and walls of a room before they walk into it, it's because of the dreaded damage trap. They don't want their games ruined because they lost focus for a split second. Dealing 150 damage each hit, these traps could take out a player with full health and half shield, so they're nothing to scoff at. When it comes to trap masters, no one comes close to YouTuber Cypher PK. Any type of trap you could think of, Cypher can make it and improve on it. He's made plenty of incredible traps in the past, from trap towers with launch pads to locking players into a trap. He knows how to use these bad boys to take out anyone. Like we said before, if it looks suspicious, it is suspicious, so you should leave it alone and run away. Well, you should usually run away, unless you're Redditor Panarin72 Bread, who is playing Fortnite Mobile and found a way to survive the infamous trap tunnel. And it wasn't by breaking bread. If you ever see a damage trap, take it out with a suppressed weapon, find a way to avoid it, or run as fast as you can away from it. Grenade. The grenades in Fortnite have never been incredibly powerful. They're actually pretty weak in this game, but there are so many other throwables from clingers to stick bombs that we really don't mind. They may not be the strongest explosives in Fortnite, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't head for the hills if you notice a grenade around you. If you're caught within their blast radius, these bad boys could pack quite the punch and even take you out if you're not careful. This isn't Call of Duty, so you can't throw them back. But if you hear a grenade bouncing around you, you should definitely run away to avoid it. If you see a Fortnite player as skilled as YouTuber Ryan Yags chucking nades in your general direction, it won't end well for you. His throws are spot on and obliterate anyone who isn't paying attention. While most Fortnite players aren't as efficient with their grenades as Ryan is, it doesn't mean everyone is terrible with them. It's always better to overestimate your opponents than underestimate them, so you don't take anyone lightly in the Battle Royale. It's also smart to overestimate the damage of grenades so you never take unnecessary damage and put yourself in an awkward situation. By mastering how to use grenades, you'll have people running away from yours instead of the other way around. A grenade! Ah! Sniper bullet. One of the scariest things to experience in Fortnite is a sniper bullet whizzing by and barely missing your player. Yikes. It means that someone has eyes on you, but you don't know where. The frantic search to find where the shot is coming from could lead to some awful panic building and shot accuracy. Oh god, where is he? While others thrive under pressure, some of us lose focus and inevitably mess up. Just ask that fly ball in Little League. I still have nightmares. Oftentimes, to avoid this, the best thing to do is build behind you as you run away from the gunfight. The last thing you want is to get shot in the back while you're running away. That just adds insult to injury. Luckily, there are some Fortnite players out there who couldn't hit the side of a barn with a sniper bullet, and one of those players is YouTuber AshDub. You could literally stand perfectly still and he would find a way to miss every shot. And even when he does connect, you bet he won't get a headshot. He's just that good. Ash is a good sport about it though and knows he's god awful with a sniper. The thing is, you can't tell whether a sniper is as talented as a ninja or as inept as Ash, so it's usually best just to get the hell out of there. Beautifully constructed base. Building is an essential part of Fortnite. We've seen boring wooden 1x1 towers and incredibly constructed metal and stone bases. The beauty of the game is that the opportunities are endless depending on the materials at your disposal. Now, little 1x1 towers are quick to construct, but they don't necessarily instill fear in your enemies. Not about the size of the tower, boys, it's how you use it, alright? You see one and you know there's a person in there and could build your own tower to fight the player. When you see a gigantic, beautifully constructed base made out of rarer materials, on the other hand, it definitely frightens you a little bit. It's not the jump scare in Five Nights at Freddy's type of scary, but it's the I'm about to get eliminated type of scary. If you see a base like the one YouTuber Ali A constructed with iTemp plays, it's safe not to engage and run away. The base was built on top of a metal foundation, which is the toughest material to destroy in the game. The rest of it was stone. They defended it until the end of the game and earned a victory royale. Muzilk also decided to make a huge base in the game of Fortnite. With a group of friends, he constructed a wooden pyramid that would have made the ancient Egyptians jealous. If you ever see any bases like these, leave now. Moving shopping cart or golf cart. The shopping carts and golf carts in the game were added for fun. This game didn't need any vehicles, but they're a welcome addition to Fortnite. If you didn't already know, these vehicles are noisy as hell, so if you hear one around you, get the heck out of there. They do make it easier to get around though, and having a passenger dancing in the basket of a shopping cart is so ridiculous we can only laugh. Speaking of dancing in a shopping cart, that's exactly what Ninja did when he was playing a game of duos with Tim the Tatman. Ninja's having the time of his life while Tim pushes him around until they notice another duo in a shopping cart. Ninja has trouble hitting the shots until his clingers connect and take out both players. If that's not the smoothest shopping cart kill of all time, we don't know what is. Then there's YouTuber Zeus, who used his golf cart to get around the map in a game of solo. Wherever his golf cart went, so did Carnage. He landed at Lazy Links and got 9 kills before leaving the area. He chased down the rest of the playing field in his golf cart until he earned the W with 19 kills. If you hear any of these vehicles, run for your life! Players gliding towards you. When the launchpad was first introduced to Fortnite, players didn't quite know how to use it effectively. They would mainly just use it to avoid taking damage from the storm if they thought it could catch up to them before they could get into the circle. Over time, players learned how to use it in combat. The launchpad could also be used to make a surprise play on your opponent, or to escape a fight if you know you're going to lose. Now, despite what the video might make you think, if you're a good Fortnite player, you don't have to run away from everything. That's for the noobs to do. YouTuber Musilk didn't retreat and instead used the launchpad to get the jump on his opponent. He landed behind the player and took him out with a tactical shotgun. Very smooth, Musilk. Very smooth indeed. While that was a great play, YouTuber Dakotas takes it up a notch. Using his friend as a decoy, he got behind a duo and gave them the L with a flurry of shotgun shells. He even used the launchpad to infiltrate a base on the roof of Dusty Depot. Last but not least, he earns a victory royale when he descends onto a player camping in a garage. If you see anyone gliding towards you, run away and don't look back. Seriously, run! Now! Well, there you have it. Have you run away from any of these things in Fortnite? Are there any we may have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to TheGamer to keep up to date with all things gaming. Thanks for watching!